Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Katie, the Introverted Reader, and today's video is going to be my to be read for the month of April. I realize it's now like the 9th of April already. I'm late, but we're getting the TBR up today. So today's TBR is going to be my TBR for the Magical Hopathon, which is happening again. It's starting on Monday and it's going to go on for 2 weeks. So I'm super excited about that. I took part in it last year. I really stretched last year and thought that I could read 13 books, but that didn't happen. So let's hydrate. If you have yet to hydrate, please do so. Anyway, so this time I'm only going to read 4 books for the Magical Hopathon because, you know, I did the Merlin readathon and it was 2 weeks and I was able to read 4 books in the space of that 2 weeks, so I could do that again, surely. And I would be wearing Mickey ears for this video, but they're just in a place that is just not easy for me to get into. There's just so much clutter in this house. So instead, I'm just gonna get up. I'm wearing a Nightmare Before Christmas t-shirt, as you can see. Oh, I'm 30, I shouldn't be doing that anymore. Anyway, so these are the 4 books that I'm gonna read for the Hopathon. The first one is actually my Introverted Reader book club pick for April, so I've already started it. But that is 6 Crimson Cranes by Elizabeth Lim. This is going to be my park entrance read into Disneyland Paris, and I'm so excited. Yes, I've already started it, but you know what? The prompt for park entrance read is to read a book that's been calling to you, and this has been calling to me so loud, so loudly that I decided, sure, why not, I'll already start it. And it is quite a thick book. You can see I've gotten pretty far. It is quite a thick book, so I am glad that I've made some progress. I just try to read like a chapter or so a day, but yeah, I'm going to be reading this. It is an Asian-inspired fantasy about a princess who is exiled from her kingdom, and she is cursed with the inability to speak, and if she does attempt to speak, then her brothers, who have been turned into birds, will die, like one by one. So if she utters even one word or makes a sound, then one of her brothers' lives will be the forfeit. So yeah, it's really good thus far. I'm super excited to finish it. There's also a shape-shifting dragon in here, and you know me. Anything with a dragon in it just makes it 10 times better. So I'm gonna be reading this first. You move out of the way, thank you. The next book that I'm gonna be reading, it's for the attraction Disney's Illuminations. And that is to read a book with a beautiful cover. Now, 6 Crimson Cranes has a beautiful cover, but I have decided instead to read Heaven's Official Blessing by Mo Xiang Tong Shu. That is the same author that wrote Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation. They're 2 completely different stories. They're not set in the same world. I don't know as much about this as I do Grandmaster. Like, I've watched the first season of the donghua or anime of this. There is going to be a live action of this happening soon. I'm really excited. But basically, this is about a prince who basically wants to ascend up into heaven to become a god. But heaven has said, no, not yet, sir. You've got debts to pay down on earth. So he gets banished down to earth, and he basically has to stay down there and, you know, pay off his debts, as it were. And then once he does that, he will be clear to go and ascend into godhood. And yeah, it's a whole, and it's gay as well. Yes, you can see this is our main couple right here. So yeah, he has to track down ghosts. He has to do some good deeds down on earth to achieve his godhood. So I'm super excited to read it. And yet this cover is really pretty, if I say so myself. All the butterflies on there, the red and the gold, like, it's lovely. So I'm super excited to read that. Now, the next prompt, I'm going to be heading over into the, hopping over, as it were, to the Walt Disney Studios. And I'm going to be going over to Crush's Coaster. And I'm going to be reading a TBR vet. That's the prompt for that. And would it be a Disney-themed readathon if I didn't read a Disney-themed book? I don't think so. So this is A Whole New World, A Twisted Tale. This is part of the Disney Twisted Tale series. And basically what this series does is they take the original Disney story and they sort of ask a question and twist it around, huh? See what I did there? So this is the one about Aladdin, and the question asked is, what if Aladdin had never found the lamp? So obviously we know in the original story, Aladdin goes to the Cave of Wonders, finds the lamp, finds the genie, and it all goes from there. But obviously this one is just like, but what if he didn't though? What if he didn't? So I don't know how this is going to pan out. I've read a couple of these. Not all of them have been great. I read the Mulan one, I think either last year or year before, and I really, really loved it. So I'm looking forward to reading this. I really, really love Aladdin. I love his story. So I've seen it in the pantomime a couple times. It's a good show. So I'm excited to get into this. And like I said, it's been on my shelf for a minute, so I may as well get my butt up and read it. The next prompt I'm gonna be is to read a middle grade, and this is for the show Disney Junior Dream Factory. And I'm gonna read Amari and the Night Brothers. Now you're probably thinking, did you not read this for the last Hopathon last year? That's true, I did. But I think I read it so fast that I don't remember what happens. Like, there's so many, there's like parts of this story that I just don't remember. I don't remember what happens at the end. I don't remember, I remember some things, but like everything else, like my brain is just forgotten about. Like, I think I was just so eager to plow out one last book before October ended last year for this readathon that I was just like, must read super fast. So I'm gonna read it again. I'm gonna take my time. I might get the audiobook for it. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, I am 100% gonna reread this because I've pre-ordered the sequel and I want to have things fresh in my mind for when the sequel comes out. So I'm gonna read Amari and the Night Brothers again. So yeah, that is my TBR for the Magical Hopathon. Now, a few other books that I want to get to in April are Rune and Rising by Leigh Bardugo, Gods and Monsters by Shelby Mahurin. These are the last books to their respective trilogies. This is the last book in the Grisha trilogy, and this is the last book in the Serpent and Dove trilogy. So I would like to get to these. I have them both on audiobook. So, and I've already listened to the first chapter of Rune and Rising. I haven't gotten back to it in a day or so, but I am going to carry on listening to this, and then obviously I want to listen to this. I don't know how long Gods and Monsters is going to take me because she's a chunker. She is a chunker. She's huge. But those are just separate things that I'm just reading for myself. And I'm super excited to finish Rune and Rising because then that means I can move on to Six of Crows and never have to read about Alina Starkov ever again. So yeah, I'm excited to finish off those trilogies. And another book that I that I really want to get to is Spells Trouble by PC Cast and Kristen Cast. The sequel for this is out now, I believe, or it's going to be coming out very soon. This is basically a spooky, like, witchy story. Now, if you're familiar, PC Cast and Kristen Cast are the author duo that wrote the House of Night series, and that is a series that is very near and dear to my heart, you guys know. So I'm not 100% sure what this is about. I believe it's just basically about these girls that live in a small town. I believe, is it set in Salem? I think so. I'm not 100% sure. I just know it's witchy and just, you know, awesome witchy girls being witchy girls and just having a great time and probably smashing the patriarchy along the way, which we love. So I'm excited to read this. It's short. So yeah, those are just some extra books that I want to get to. Let me just, so these are the books that I'm going to attempt to read in the month of April. The bottom 4 are my Hopathon TBR, and then the top 3 are just some books that if I get to them in April, that's great, but if I don't, then I don't. We're not going to cry over it. We're not going to do that in 2022. It's fine. So yeah, that is my video for today. I hope you're all doing super well. Let me know if you're going to be partaking in the Hopathon again this year. Thanks again to Rachel for putting this together. Rachel's awesome. I'll leave her channel link down below, so go subscribe to her because she's amazing. I have lipstick on my teeth. What else is new? Anyway, I shall see you on Tuesday for my next video. I think I might do a tag video on Tuesday. because that was on my list things to do. But anyway, you'll find out on Tuesday. I shall see you then.